Before the world knew his name, before the bandana, before the tattoos became scripture on skin, there was a boy who learned early that America does not love its prophets until they are silent. Tupac Shakur was born into a war he didn't choose, but would never escape. His mother taught him how to read while the FBI watched her. His lullabies were revolution speeches. His bedtime stories were court cases, raids, and broken promises. So when Tupac spoke, he wasn't rapping. He was remembering. Listen closely to his music. Not the beats, not the bravado. The fear underneath it, because long before Las Vegas, long before the gunshots, Tupac had already written his own obituary in rhyme. I don't see myself living past 30. That wasn't a lyric. That was a diagnosis. This isn't just the story of a rapper. This is the story of a man who felt death sitting beside him at every studio session, every interview, every stage performance. This is the life of Tupac Shakur. Tupac Shakur was born June 16, 1971 in East Harlem, New York. His name wasn't chosen for success, it was chosen for resistance. Tupac Amaru was an Incan revolutionary executed for standing against oppression. His mother, Afeni Shakur, was a Black Panther, charged with conspiracy against the United States government while pregnant with him. She beat the case, but the war never ended. Tupac didn't grow up with bedtime comfort. He grew up with paranoia, police raids, empty fridges, evictions, watching brilliant, angry adults get crushed by a system they tried to fight. His childhood taught him one lesson early. Truth is dangerous. And Tupac was addicted to truth. Tupac wasn't supposed to be a gangster. He was a poet. At the Baltimore School for the Arts, he studied Shakespeare, ballet, theater. He wrote love poems. He spoke about women with reverence. He cried openly. But America doesn't reward sensitivity in young Black men. So Tupac learned to harden himself, not because he wanted to, but because survival demanded it. The streets taught him aggression, the industry taught him exploitation, and somewhere between the two, the poet disappeared behind armor. His music became a contradiction, rage and romance, violence and vulnerability, hope and hopelessness, fighting inside the same verse. By the early 1990s, Tupac was rising fast. Tupacalypse Now shocked America. Politicians blamed him for violence. Police departments hated him. The media painted him as a menace. But the kids understood. Because Tupac spoke for the unheard, for the poor, for the angry, for the broken. Fame didn't save him. It amplified the danger. Every interview became a trial. Every mistake became a headline. Every emotion was weaponized against him. And Tupac felt it. He once said, "They got money for wars but can't feed the poor." That kind of honesty doesn't come without consequences. November 30th, 1994. Tupac walks into Quad Studios in New York. He trusts the people inside. Minutes later, he's shot 5 times. He survives. But something else dies that night. Lying in a hospital bed, handcuffed to the rail, charged with crimes, bleeding, betrayed. Tupac decides the world is against him, and maybe it was. From that moment on, paranoia becomes permanent. Trust becomes impossible. Love becomes dangerous. The industry he once believed in now feels like a setup. This is where the anger sharpens. This is where the smile fades. This is where Tupac starts talking to death like an old friend. In 1995, Tupac is sentenced to prison. He enters as a man. He leaves as a symbol. Locked away, he reads Machiavelli. He studies power. He writes letters filled with rage and clarity. Prison doesn't rehabilitate him, it radicalizes him. When Suge Knight posts his bail, Tupac walks free but now belongs to Death Row Records. The name alone feels like foreshadowing. On death row, Tupac becomes louder, angrier, more aggressive. The outlaw image sells, the violence sells, the beef sells, but behind the scenes, Tupac is exhausted. He records obsessively, like a man racing against time. 3 songs a night, 4 albums worth of material, as if he knows he won't be here long enough to finish his story. His lyrics turn prophetic. Is there heaven for a G? Lord, can you hear me when I die? Bury me a G. These aren't metaphors. They're preparations. The East Coast-West Coast beef wasn't just rivalry. It was confusion, media manipulation, corporate profit disguised as culture. Tupac believed betrayal was everywhere. And once that belief sets in, everything looks like a threat. Friendships collapse, lines are drawn, egos replace truth, and while everyone argues about sides, the real danger moves quietly in the background. September 7th, 1996, Las Vegas. Bright lights, heavy tension. Tupac attends a Mike Tyson fight. A scuffle breaks out. Energy shifts. Later that night, as Tupac rides through the city, gunshots tear through the car. 4 bullets hit him. This time, he doesn't get back up. 6 days later, Tupac Shakur dies at 25. The world asks the wrong question. Who killed Tupac? But the real question is, how did a system let a 25-year-old carry so much weight alone? How did pain become entertainment? How did warning signs become lyrics? How did prophecy become reality? Tupac didn't just predict his death. He documented the process. Tupac Shakur didn't die young because he was reckless. He died young because he was honest in a world that punishes honesty. He loved too deeply, felt too intensely, spoke too directly, and even now, decades later, his voice refuses to disappear because Tupac wasn't just rapping about his life. He was warning us about ours. They say legends never die. But maybe the truth is darker. Maybe legends die young, so we're forced to listen harder to what they tried to say. Tupac Shakur wasn't meant to live long, but he was meant to be remembered. And as long as his words still echo, his story isn't over.